Yes, I have to work on rain because of a headache. What's up, guys? So welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful day. It's raining, but I still have to work on my car because I have to pass the MOT. I took like 3.5 or 4 hours to do that, only that one. And that was because I had a big headache. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying today I'll move on the other side, but unfortunately I have to do it in this rain. So here is everything you need to have for doing this job, which is the big one is the wheel wrench, set of pliers to say, I think that's how it's called, flathead screwdriver, a small hammer, a 15mm wrench, that's an Allen key head, that's another plier, a set of pliers I think it's called, wire brush, there you have another Allen key, that will be for, as you will see in the video, it will be for something that I came up with as it was a case of emergency. Of course the jack stand for safety, and the parts themselves, as well as some grease, and that is some thread lock. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you see, first I will have to take my spacer off, which is held by these 5 studs. I'll take it off, then the safety pin that you see over here, then Allen key head, there's one here, one just here, to take the caliper off, bracket of the caliper held by this one here and that one there, 2 bolts, 15 millimeters. Take the bracket off.
Perfect.
Coffee break. Just had a small delay. Pulling the caliper off, like I said, take the brake pad. One thing you should be careful with is don't let this caliper hang in the air, because it will put stress on the line here, on the brake line, and you will have problems afterwards. So what I did was just put it here on top of that, the bottom on. I will have to undo 1 and 2, take this bracket off, the brake disc comes off, and right now it's moving very badly, and that's because it doesn't have a safety screw here. I will have to improvise because I didn't order one. So done with that. Finally I was able to pull this out, got kind of rounded. I'm gonna have to look for another one. I got this out, dust proof out, it only has 1, 2, and whoops, clean this off as well with a wire brush. Then I'll put some grease on just to be nice and clean. The bracket as well, and the caliper. Before you do anything, make sure you put some grease here on each end of each pad. Also, the pads will go in here like this and slide in and out like that. So you also have to put some grease here so they can slide freely. Already put the grease on the guiding pins, and I'll put on the bracket and on the pads, and I'll slide them back on. Right now I reached to almost the final step, and that will be to put the pads back on, and you can't do it until you push the piston back inside. So how you do that is very simple. First, don't forget to open the lid of the bottle, the braking fluid bottle. Then what I do is take this tool, I don't know how to call it, pair of pliers or something like duck nose, or I don't know how to call it, but anyway, I'll take this and I'll push the piston back in. Coffee break. Right, so to make a recap of the whole process, what I did was took the wheel off. Of course, I didn't want to bother you with that. Of course, you have to jack up the car, get your safety. Then, like I said, I pulled the caliper off the bracket. Then I took the bracket off. Then I took the rotor or the brake disc, which by the way was loose because it didn't have this safety screw here, but I found another one, so I'm gonna put that on, and I will be very safe with that. Then cleaned up everything but this, because I just saw it's broken here as well as here, so the dust cover will have to be changed, but I don't have any right now. I will buy another one, and as soon as I get it, I will change it. Probably that will be next weekend or so. And after that, I pressed the piston, as you can see there, inside. After I checked to see if it's in good condition, it has no leaks, so it's pretty good shape. Now I will have to slide back the new pad into that piston, because you have two pads. One is like this with these pins, or I don't know how to call them, and the other one is simple. So the one with those pins, that bracket or whatever you call it, goes inside here in the piston, which comes on the inside of the car. Then the other one, the simple one, will come on the exterior, and that will be it. I have to bring the rotor, put the screw back in here, and put my wheel and spacer back, and that will be it. One thing you're not supposed to forget is to clean the rotor, the disc on the surface where the brake pads will step. That will be the easiest way is with soap and water. But if you don't have soap and water, you can always use, if you want to be more professional, you can get some brake cleaner and it'll be just fine. Perfect. Now,
Perfect.
coffee break. The weather, job done, DIY. That was today, and the other side, as I said, was done yesterday on a very nice weather. But there you have it. If you need any advices, you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll get to them ASAP. So that was it. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.